Just like that. None of this is a huge deal. So anyway, wasted enough time here. Oh, maybe we can name our fortress. Oh, we actually put all kinds of names. I forgot about that. No, never mind. Fuck that. All right. Okay, so that's our dwarves. Now we also have to check our items. So I'm just going to go down the list very quickly and say, copper picks, very important. You need picks to cut down, to chop through the rocks, do your mining. And we've got 2 miners, so we're bringing 2 picks, so that's good. A battle axe is what our woodcutter is going to use to cut down trees. Now, it's kind of ridiculous because a battle axe is not necessarily the best tool to actually do chopping, but that'll work anyway. We want to bring an anvil with us because we can't actually create our own anvils, as far as I know. Maybe there's like an advanced way of doing it much later, but to start off with, there's not really a way to do it. So you really need an anvil if you're going to do any kind of metal smithing. We've got beer and wine here, so that's quite nice. In fact, because we need to start off with some booze, but I'm going to cut down on the wine, and I'm going to add some rum. That way we give our people a little bit more variety in booze. Okay, so we've got some seeds. The spawn are seeds. Well, they're like baby mushrooms, and some seeds. This is going to be good for farming, so that's nice to have around. And then we've got some actual food here, including some dog spleen. Just what everyone wanted. Cave lobster, plump helmets. Those are mushrooms. So yeah, plump helmets spawn, and plump helmets spawn. Or plump helmets are mushrooms. The spawn are what you start the mushrooms with. Actually, I'm going to get a few more of these spawns because we're going to be planting them at some point. Thread and cloth, I'm not bringing a ton of that. Mostly I'm going to be using it early on. If I use it, it's going to be to make bags, so I'm quite happy just bringing the finished bags. I got 3 pine buckets. I guess that's okay. I don't really need as many splints and crutches. I'm going to bring one of each just in case. Oh, what we need some aminals! We need, first of all, we're going to bring 1 cat. So that is going to be 1 female cat, I guess. That's interesting. And the other icon is a bag. Well, part of it is I've got a mod for my graphics, so it could be a little confused. And I'm going to bring a couple of war dogs, or I don't have enough points. 1 war dog. I guess that'll do. War dog will help defend our place. Cat will help keep down the vermin. And that is good to go. We got a couple of points to spend, so I'm going to just drop it on some bonus, another bonus plump helmet, and a plump helmet spawn. All right, embark. Now we get to see the awesomeness that is the game itself. Eventually. There you go. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Kubuk Rilem. I guess that's your nation. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve, secure lodgings, ere the cougars get hungry. Cougars? A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place, Inethbal City-toned. Strike the earth. Okay. And here is the game, which we're going to pause for a little bit, so I can look around. And now, one thing, if you decide to rush out and download Dwarf Fortress, your game will not look as good as this one. I know, it's such a sexy-looking game, but it won't quite look good enough as is. You've got to do a little bit of work to it. There's optional graphic mods. I've downloaded a package called Mayday. So just Google Dwarf Fortress Mayday, and you will find a download that you download that, and you will get these graphics, and it will help things out considerably, because otherwise you got to deal with ASCII, and that's no good. Yeah, so what are we looking at here? Well, so we have a wagon, or we have a wagon, and it was pulled here by, let's look around very quickly, we got a donkey there. I guess that's our dog, and that's our kitten. So yeah, we had a donkey pulling our wagon. So we get a donkey for free, which is really nice. Is there a reason to keep the donkey around? No. What can we do with the donkey? Well, I guess we can eat it. So we're going to probably do that later. And then we've got our wagon here, which also has our supplies and crap in there. So, and then we got our little dwarves kicking around. So let's have a look at our surroundings. So we got lots of trees. That's good. Lots of little shrubs. This is very nice. Some little lakes. That's okay. What we're really hoping to find is a river. Okay, so now, one thing is I'm looking around sort of in 2 dimensions here. I can also go up and down. So I'm going down a level, up a level, up a level, up. So this blueness, this is like empty air. There's nothing there. And these dark colored squares here, it's because we're just 1 level above this. We're seeing treetops and things. So if I go down 1 more level, this is the level the dwarves are at. Now, I think there should be a river around here somewhere. But, wow, we are quite... Oh, I don't know. We may not actually have a river. Which is okay. Now, we got plenty of water supply. Now, there could always be an underground river. And we got plenty of water, and we got a couple of options where to dig. So, for a couple of things we can do. We are going to hit our D key here for designations, and we're going to designate an area to chop some trees. So, that's selected by default. I'm just going to go and pick a little area here. And say chop these trees, and also I'm going to say and gather these plants. So, you're going to see all the trees and all the shrubs in this area are going to be highlighted. And if I unpause, my woodcutter and my herbalist, they're going to go out and start gathering this stuff for me, which is awfully nice of them. And they're going to be bringing it, well, the logs, they're going to leave both the logs and the plants right there, because, whoops, I always do that, because I've got no place to, I haven't designated any area for them to put it there. So that's kind of an interesting start. We're going to have them sort of just take out this area right away. And you know what, you guys, just keep working. We're feeling okay right now. So what else are we going to do? Well, look at this. We got a spider. Oh, he disappeared. There. Oh, he keeps vanishing. Anyway, there's a spider buzzing around over here. Hopefully the cat is going to find him and kill him. We got some mountain goats have come down. That's pretty interesting. Wow. All right. So at some point we're going to have to dig out a fortress. And I got to decide where to do it. I could go up into this hill right here. So what you're seeing, and I don't know if you can see my little X here for my selection. So this is the sort of the edge of the mountain. The dark gray is unknown. We don't know what the hell is in here. And then, but we could also just drop down a level and dig right here. And dig into the mountain. A lot closer to where we start, and a lot closer to a lot of water sources. But no, I guess I'll move up here. And we will dig up here. So I'm going to designate some area to dig in. I'm going to start a 3 tile wide hallway. Oh, we don't actually have much room if we start here. Can't go very deep. You know what? It'd be much better if I start 1 level down right here. So I'm going to drop down a level and dig right under where my dwarves are. And wow, lots of water here, so that's going to be interesting because there's a lot we can do with that. And dig a nice deep, well, not that deep. What am I doing here? Oh, it's set to chop down trees. That's not what I meant. There we go. Dig. And that deep. There we go. So my diggers have just come down because there's a slope. You're seeing the little triangles that point. They're pointing down right now and they're pointing up right here. That's to indicate the slope. So they've just come down the slope and I've started digging out my tunnel. Now, what kind of dirt we got here? This actually looks like it's dirt. It's just peat. That is interesting. I actually haven't started a game yet where it was just earth. Normally I strike rock like right away. So they're digging through this earth really, really super duper fast. That's kind of cool. And we are going to build a little front hall for us here with some very, very basic stuff. And just so that we can get, just the basics going on and we're feeling okay. And then we will get to working on the sort of real fortress later on. This hallway here eventually will be filled with some traps and defenses to keep us safe. You know, I'd like to go a little bit deeper than this. That's probably pretty good. So, and then I'm going to dig off a couple of rooms just off the side here. We will have a room here which has a 3 tile wide doorway, and that will become clear later on why I'm doing that. And so that's one there. And then I'm going to build, say, we'll have another 5 by 5 room right next to this one. That only needs a single doorway, although maybe just for traffic flow purposes, I'll put a second doorway here. That way there's no worries about traffic jams. So there goes my dwarves, still happily mining away. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, let's see here.